So we're back. We're going to talk a little bit about New York, my hometown, and your adopted hometown. So, okay, so you got here, 14 years old. You left Milan. You get to the Big Apple. What did you think?
It was really insane.
And by the way, just out of curiosity, did you speak English?
No, actually, I did learn English back in school, but it was just the base, and I didn't like it at all. To be honest, I hated English. So I didn't really pay attention to it, although I have great qualifications, but I just didn't like it, so I didn't learn. And when I went to Italy, I was loving Italian, so I was speaking Italian, thinking Italian, and I was pretty fluent. And then I arrived here, and I was like, oh my God, I can't remember anything in English, So I had to start from zero. I was completely blocked, and I was just thinking Italian.
Spanish speakers here, you must have felt right at home, so it's,
Yeah, but I never felt like I just wanted to come here and speak Spanish, I feel like every time I go to a different country, I have to do my best to learn the language,
Where did you live? Where was your first part of town that you lived in?
Battery Park.
Great neighborhood. That's lived down there.
Yeah, it was nice, and it was summertime, so I had a really nice time down there. And yeah, it was pretty insane. The first image I remember from when I arrived here was the subway.
Yep.
And I remember it being very overwhelming, all those huge trains going so fast, and all the people, and the rats, and I remember it being really insane. And coming from Venezuela, all we do is get in a car and go somewhere.
There's no rats in Venezuela, of course.
No, we don't have any rats.
There's plenty up here. So.
And in Venezuela, you just go in a car everywhere. It's just very comfortable. So here, I just remember having to do 15 castings a day, and having to walk so much, and taking the subway and just running here and there, and yeah, it was very overwhelming.
Did the work come easily for you?
Yeah, I did. I was actually very lucky because I started to work right away, and I was just 14, and I was always able to just be comfortable, and that was very important because I didn't want to be anywhere just starving myself just to be a model. I always loved modeling, and that's definitely what I wanted to do my whole life, but I couldn't just be, for a couple of years starving myself just to do this. So I was very fortunate to be able to do what I love, and be able to be comfortable and make money out of it.
What was your first? We're gonna show some pictures that you're gonna give to us, but we obviously don't have them now. But what was your first big job that you did in New York? What was the thing that strikes you? Oh my God, I'm 14. I'm with this designer. Or
well, I remember the first job ever that I did, and it was with Valentino. It was just shows and stuff, and I loved it because I always loved Valentino so much, and the clothes were so nice, and that's pretty cool. And then after that, just jobs started to come nonstop. And
a lot of runway. I mean,
yeah, a lot of runway.
Your height would allow
a bit of everything, though. I like doing a bit of everything, so I can mix it up and not get bored. I like doing print, and then shows, and then showrooms sometimes, and then advertising. A bit of everything. It's just better like that. You can never get bored like that.
Fantastic. So, at what point did you said your mom was with you for 2 years? So, at what did she leave? She went back home at 16, and.
Yeah, at some point she was, well, it was actually really hard. My family wanted her to stay with me until I was 18. But, back then that just seemed really far away. So it was just time, for her to start doing her life again, because it was she was living for me all those years, she wasn't able to live her life, because she had to take care of me and go with me everywhere. And I was pretty adapted to the city by then. I had been here for 2 years, so she was basically here to, get me to adapt to the city, to have friends, to know how things work. And
did you live in a model apartment at any point?
I did. Pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Model apartments, huh?
I'm sure you have some horror stories. Seems like every model has a model apartment horror story.
Yeah, let's just say that I don't think I can do it anymore. Very happy to have my own apartment. Yeah, it just gets intense, you know, like this is a very intense business, and I like being able to work and then go home and not have to talk about it, you know. So living with models is like, okay, you work and then you go home and they're just talking about it because a lot of them, that's all they talk about, and they're like obsessed with it. And you know, and they talk about their eating habits and dieting and like.
Do you have, what are your other interests? What do you?
I love traveling. I love languages, photography, cultures, music, movies, food.
Food.
Yeah.
You eating at that restaurant of Scotty yet?
Which one?
Just
No.
It's a great fish restaurant.
Okay. Yeah,
Right.
I love that around here. There's so many restaurants here, and basically you can find food from everywhere in the world. So I love that about it.
All right. Well, again, thank you for giving us some of your time out of your
Thank
busy
you.
schedule to come
I'll
up
see you
here on
next
this
time.
rainy day in New York, and we'll see you again very soon.